He's been president for 1 week, team. So what has Joe Biden done? Spoiler, not much beneficial to Americans. Let me explain. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. Before we kick off, team, tell me in the comments which of the gazillion executive orders President Biden signed this past week that you think is most destructive to the country. I know I'm requesting a difficult task of you, but stay strong in the name of unity. Now, 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour. It didn't matter to Joe Biden on the timing of signing away American freedoms because, as we know, he doesn't know what time it is anyway, and he doesn't even know what he is signing on those executive orders. And then, if he even has a remote idea of what he is signing, don't you dare try your hand at journalism and ask a question that is actually pertinent to the American people's ability to function in a free society. Psh.
Is that high enough? Shouldn't you set the bar higher? That's basically where the U.S. is right now.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.
Give me a break, man. Not even 24 hours in, and Joe needs a break from writing his name and ruining lives. It's simply exhausting. Look how hard he's working. Those other presidents didn't work this hard, man. I mean, they signed a handful of executive orders in the first 2 weeks, and Biden has already signed 15 in the first 24 hours. He's like superhuman or something.
Come on, folks.
But this is normal, right? Because Biden is a return to normalcy, and we better all get in line with that. Yeah, fall in line with this normalcy that includes a return to one world order, or as the dictators like to call it, the World Health Organization. No need to pay for your student loans because the hardworking American middle class will cover it for you, and don't pay your rent or mortgage for the same reason. But those middle class workers will soon be out of work since Biden ordered a stop to the Keystone XL pipeline in the name of environmental justice. Who needs those 11,000 skilled labor jobs, or the other 60,000 jobs in support industries, or the billions of dollars in wages and billions more for American contractors and suppliers? It's all about environmental justice. So of course America was also reinserted into the Paris Agreement, which means absolutely nothing for anything beneficial to the climate because science is science, unless it's politics. And that leads us to Biden's newest minion, Screw Tapes Junior Demon Wormwood, or Dr. Anthony Fauci, who got in on the science to bring more flip-flop-flip-it regarding COVID-19. His newest thing is to say we need to wear 2 masks to help defeat COVID.
So if you have a physical covering with one layer, you put another layer on, it just makes common sense that it likely would be more effective. And that's the reason why you see people either double masking or doing a version of an N95.
Oh yeah, common sense. But what about science? Fauci now believes that we should wear 2 masks instead of 1. But why stop with that, dictate evil emperor? Why not 3, 4, 5? But again, don't you dare question what the administration is doing, especially when they are being hypocritical. Because even though an executive order was dedicated to a national mask mandate, Biden doesn't need to follow that.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of a historic day in our country, and certainly he signed the mask mandate because it's a way to send a message to the American public about the importance of wearing masks, how it can save tens of thousands of lives. We take a number of COVID precautions, as you know here, in terms of testing, social distancing, mask wearing ourselves, as we do every single day. But I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
The wheels are spinning, but nothing productive is churning out. Team, I hope you've settled in by now because we have more dictates to cover, even worse than the ones I've already said. Just hit the share button now so you are not alone in your utter disgust. Do it, because again, I say, it's all in the name of unity. On the note of COVID, we are to believe that it's Biden and his team who will cure COVID by just saying it will be so. Poof, it's gone. So now you can return to school, open up the cities, go about your business, but not your small business because that has already been decimated by the lockdown orders.
And now that we are in purple tier for those vast majority of counties, means restaurants can open for outdoor dining with modifications. Nail hair salons can open with modifications. Certain youth sports can resume for competition in particular.
And give all the credit to Biden for the vaccines too. Even though under President Trump and that thing they called Operation Warp Speed, the vaccine was rapidly developed and on its way to millions and millions of Americans. But it's all Joe for the credit.
Week before they're saying, Biden, you crazy? You can't do 100 million in 100 days. Well, we're going to, God willing, not only do 100 million, we're going to do more than that.
Such smug arrogance right there. As predicted, Biden wants to take all credit for something he had nothing to do with. True coattail rider right there. That's what Build Back Better actually means. But I want to know, what the Sam Hill does this mean?
We need to make the issue of racial equity not just an issue for any one department of government. It has to be the business of the whole of government. That's why I issued, on one of the first days, my whole of government executive order that will, for the first time, advance equity for all throughout our federal policies and institutions.
Equity, equity, equity for all. So that's why in 1 week's time, Biden put a stop to the building of the border wall, then said, go, be free, cheesy bread. Although All-American Texas put a quick kibosh to that one. But Biden still signed an order for those cheesy breads to be counted in the census, even though they're not citizens. But we will make all 11 million of them citizens within 5 years because a certain political party needs their votes. Or, they could just repeat what they did in the past election. Anywho, Biden wants illegals allowed out, but transgenders to be back in regarding the military. And girls are shoved to the side because males can compete in girls' sports if they say so. #MeToo no more. But the most disturbing of all that Biden's demons did in the first week was give the go-ahead to end human life. And not like the narrative of saying all cops murder black and brown bodies, but real murder coming from abortion. Whoa, 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 you may say. Biden's a devout Catholic.
But I will just take the opportunity to remind all of you that he is a devout Catholic and somebody who attends church regularly. He started his day attending church with his family this morning.
Because that's all it takes, beginning the day by sitting in a pew. Biden then ended that day by preparing to sign an executive order to allow government to pay non-governmental groups to abort babies. Here's Wormwood to explain the revocation of the Mexico City policy, which had meant taxpayer money was not being sent overseas for abortion.
And it will be our policy to support women's and girls' sexual and reproductive health and reproductive rights in the United States as well as globally.
Biden gets away with all these activities through executive orders because our current generations don't know their history about what our Constitution is and what our government is meant to do, or more importantly, what it is not meant to do. So when Biden rescinds Trump's 1776 commission, which was formed to simply teach the true history of this country, it was applauded by the wokeists. See? It's racist! And yeah, let's teach the 1619 Project, which is social justice propaganda garbage put out by the Ministry of Truth at the New York Times. That's week one. Week one. Are you upset? Are you hopeless? Are you shaking your head and cursing the world? Go for it. But don't be complacent. Keep hold of your God-given rights because they are what protect us all from this complete government takeover. Stay optimistic and full of hope. Build up the people in your life and share this video with your friends and even those who are less friendly. Until next time, stay healthy, America.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Most of you know our show is being censored by big tech.
While this makes it harder to meet the cost of producing the show, that's part of it. It also demonstrates that we must be having tremendous success or they wouldn't bother to try to shut us down.
If you like hearing truth and common sense with a love for freedom, please join the Patriot Club with a one-time $99 tax-deductible donation. And you'll get this sweet vessel of joy as part of a thank you for joining the Patriot Club.
Etched with the American flag and the words freedom never tasted so good.
All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot member today.
That's patriotclub.us. Thank you and God bless.